starts now.
Good evening, I'm Justin Betty. Lots of big COVID-19 news to get to today, including lawmakers close but held up on relief talks, and the FDA expected to approve the Moderna vaccine for use in the U.S. potentially any hour now. But let's start with the latest numbers. The U.S. about to set a record for most confirmed COVID-19 cases and deaths in a single week this week. Here in Wisconsin, though, the numbers are a little more encouraging. The Department of Health Services reports about 3,200 new confirmed cases today. That brings our 7-day rolling average, the blue line here, down to about 3,000. The number of deaths per day in Wisconsin also ticking down, now starting to come back up a little. DHS reports 60 new deaths today, still far from our peak. And in our 12-county north central Wisconsin region, hospitalization numbers are steady over the last week or two. Today, DHS reports 146 people in our region are in the hospital with COVID-19. They say 35 of those are in the ICU. Here in Wisconsin, more than 3/4 of the over 4,000 people who have died from COVID-19 have been over the age of 70. That includes 8 nuns living in a retirement home for sisters in suburban Milwaukee last week. Sister of Notre Dame Central Pacific Province in Elm Grove had been free of the virus for basically 9 months. But the congregation that runs the home found out on Thanksgiving that one of the roughly 100 sisters who lived there had tested positive. It's now spread. Officials say they'd been social distancing, but didn't matter. Now 8 nuns have died. Anyway, today, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers, along with the Wisconsin Department of Health Services, announced the alternate care facility, also just outside Milwaukee, will now be an outpatient infusion clinic next Tuesday. It was authorized by the FDA last month. The clinic will be open 7 days a week, except for Christmas Day and New Year's Day, and will have the capacity to serve up to 84 patients per week. The head of the World Health Organization says its program designed to help COVID-19 vaccines get to all countries in need has gained access now to nearly 2 billion doses of several promising vaccine candidates. They aren't approved yet, much like the Pfizer and Moderna products are. The WHO's Director General explained the agreement means about 190 countries will likely have access to vaccines, quote, during the first half of next year, end quote. The United Nations has said this COVAX program was created to make sure that vaccines get to countries regardless whether they're rich or poor. However, it does face a shortfall of about $20 billion right now.
We still need more doses. And yes, we still need more money. But we have a clear pathway to securing the initial 2 billion doses, and then beyond that we need to end the acute stage of this pandemic.
Again, the agreement does not include the vaccines currently produced by Pfizer or Moderna, which are already getting rolled out in some countries. All right, outside, Jeff, the weekend's almost here. How are things looking?
Yeah, hey, Justin, it's Friday. Christmas is on the 7-day forecast, and we have temperatures in the 30s across parts of the area today. 29, though, for Rhinelander, but lots of 30s around the area today. We'll do it again tomorrow and for Sunday. In fact, outside right now, it's still 28 in Rhinelander, 30 for Wausau, 31 Diamond Lake. So it's comfortable out there and well above our averages this time of year, and we have even warmer temperatures on the way. Also on the way is a little bit, a dusting of snow. There's a little bit of forcing just to the west of us right now. That's going to sweep through tonight and bring us a dusting of snow by early tomorrow morning. It's a very active storm track right now, and a couple of these may have eyes on us next week. Your forecast though for tonight though is mostly cloudy skies, a couple of flurries out there, and a dusting of snow possible. With lows down near 24, your full forecast is coming up. Justin. All
right, thanks, Jeff. Folks, the Northwoods are no strangers to cold weather, of course, but cold winter temperatures can have negative impacts on your vehicle. One especially important thing to check is your tires this time of year. Mike Sheldon of Rhinelander Auto Value says your tires are more important than you might think.
Tire maintenance is very important. The contact that your tire gives you to the road is all that you really have to rely on to drive safely down the road.
Sheldon suggests checking all your tires before you leave on any long trip, warning that tires lose pressure when it gets cold, and worn-out tires are especially dangerous in winter.
It could lead to several bad incidents. You could lose traction first and foremost, and if you lose traction and get into an accident, it could actually blow out or roll off the bead and there again cause an accident. or it could just leave you stranded by the side of the road.
You want none of that. Sheldon suggests keeping a pressure gauge in your vehicle so you can check your tire's pressure anytime. Just 1 week now until Christmas. Today, lawmakers in Washington are scrambling, trying to pass a COVID-19 relief package as well as prevent a government shutdown tonight. But while both sides have pledged not to leave without agreeing to a deal, they have hit a snag today. Alice Barr has details from Washington.
11th hour negotiations over COVID relief hitting a new snag today as Republicans try to cut off a federal emergency lending program at the end of the year, arguing it was always designed to be temporary. Democrats accusing Republicans of trying to hamstring the incoming Biden administration's ability to protect the fragile economy.
Enough is enough of this gamemanship. You're playing with real American lives.
Still, with millions of struggling Americans set to lose critical benefits after Christmas, party leaders insist they will make a deal before leaving for their holiday break.
A major rescue package is very close at hand.
The $900 billion package expected to include enhanced unemployment benefits and direct stimulus checks, likely around $600. President Trump reportedly wanted them as high as $2,000, but advisors convinced him that would be a deal breaker in the first federal COVID relief since March. Despite the partisan strife, President-elect Joe Biden telling talk show host Stephen Colbert he can bridge the political divide that he believes President Trump has deepened.
I think we can get things done. And I think once this president is no longer in office, I think you're going to see his impact on the body politic fade.
33 days until inauguration, Congress is running on a much shorter timeline to fund the government and help Americans in need. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Well, sticking with stimulus talks, Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson says he is blocking the $1,200 stimulus checks being sent to Americans, citing the national debt. A standalone proposal, aside from the stimulus talks, was being pushed by Republican Senator Josh Hawley and Liberal Senator Bernie Sanders, a bipartisan move, but it required unanimous consent. Johnson says he is concerned with, quote, our children's futures by adding to the debt. Some form of stimulus check is still likely to be included in the final stimulus bill. In Milwaukee, for months now, Joel Acevedo's family has been calling for the release of a 911 recording, which they say proves their son was being held against his will by a former officer. Acevedo later died. Today, we are finally hearing that call for the first time. Before we play it for you, we do want to warn you some of what you hear is graphic.
You've heard in reports that Joel was an aggressor. You've heard on that 911 call that Joel was an aggressor. But you also hear Joel clearly gagging. You hear him stating, let me go home.
The attorney for Joel Acevedo's family says this 911 audio disputes any claims that a fight led Michael Mattioli to put Joel in a chokehold in the early morning hours of April 19th.
Hello.
Joel's family says it's his voice in the background asking to leave. In court documents, Mattioli says he was attacked at a party at his home in April. Mattioli is heard on 911 as well.
Hey, I'm the police officer and I need help over at my house.
However, that's the only time you hear from Mattioli directly. There's swearing and shouting heard in the background. The attorneys for the Acevedo family says that is when Mattioli is choking Joel. Investigators say that a chokehold went too far and Joel died as a result. Mattioli is now charged with first-degree reckless homicide, but has pleaded not guilty. The family says they released the recordings in hopes their son gets justice.
He did not even have no remorse after the fact that he held my son for over 11 minutes on a chokehold. He has no remorse even to today.
That's Rebecca Clough reporting. A 32-year-old Marathon County man has been arrested after police say he held another man against his will. Michael Norfleet facing numerous charges, including kidnapping and armed robbery. Police say around 11:30 yesterday morning, the alleged victim arrived home to find a person in his house. According to the victim, he was physically assaulted, threatened with a knife, forced to drive Northfleet to a Wausau area business. The victim then claims he was forced to remove money from his bank account, his wallet and cell phone stolen before getting out of the car. Authorities say the victim sustained minor injuries only during the incident, though. Last month, several Christmas lights around Rhinelander were cut, with both residents and the display at Hodag Park being impacted. Now, police say it's happening again nearby. Merrill resident Christy Schwartz's Christmas decorations fell victim to vandals. She says she does not plan on contacting the Merrill police right now, saying she would prefer simply an apology by whoever did it. But she is surprised that it happened in her otherwise peaceful neighborhood.
We're right on the block with the church, across from a school, and somebody's coming cutting our lights. What's going on here? And my husband was furious. I wasn't very happy either.
Rhinelander police say they've seen similar vandalism in recent years. It's not a new trend, but they did track down one of the suspects in their light cutting. We'll have more coming up on Newswatch 12 at 6. Speaking of lights, every Christmas, a Western Wisconsin landscaping company decorates 2 homes as a way to honor veterans. This week, lights went up at a Menominee home of a veteran and a firefighter who passed away from COVID-19 last month. Carla Rogner reports.
Christmas is a special time of year at the Kingzett House in Menominee, where Scott and Jane Kingzett have lived since the 70s.
Very important because our family's small, and so family is very important to us.
This year, landscapers from Green Oasis in Eau Claire are putting up red, white, and blue Christmas lights in honor of Scott Kingzett. The veteran and firefighter passed away in November from COVID-19 complications. Decorating the homes of local veterans is a tradition landscaper Mitch Kitzrow looks forward to each year.
So it's just a really cool opportunity for Green Oasis to be able to give back, say thank you, and spread some holiday cheer this time of year.
For Jane Kingzett, the lights are the perfect way to honor her late husband of 52 years.
He was in the Marine Corps, so it was very important to me, and it's very appreciative.
She says her husband made an impact on so many other people's lives.
He was a paid-on-call firefighter. He umpired. He volunteered at the Colfax Railroad Museum.
His impact evident in the number of friends and family who came by to see the big lighting reveal at dusk.
Friends we didn't really realize, you just do your thing and you try to make a difference, and you don't realize what a difference it made to the community until you're gone.
You always think your dad's pretty amazing, but when you hear other people say how amazing he was, it's very overwhelming.
Kingzett's daughter and grandchildren drove from Minnesota to see the lights.
His number one priority was always putting others first.
For sure.
Being that they would drive 2 hours just to see us run a
And he
half
wouldn't
hour.
just cheer for us. He cheered for everybody.
Yep, all of our teammates, all of our friends from high school.
He wasn't just our grandpa, he was everybody's grandpa.
Though this Christmas will be different for the Kingzett family members, they say Scott's light and legacy will continue to shine.
That's Carla Rogner reporting. Christmas is now just 1 week away. There's still not much snow, of course, on the ground here in the Northwoods. We'll show you how some people are still enjoying some outdoor activities anyway. Plus, Jeff's putting a ribbon on his weekend forecast right now. We'll see if there's any snow in that after the break.
Menards carries everything you need to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Cold weather is hard on your vehicle. Get a reliable AC Delco battery. We carry different sizes needed for most cars and trucks. All stock AC Delco batteries are on sale. Protect your engines against all types of deposits at all temperatures with Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic Motor Oil. Pick up a quart for $4.49 at Menards. Plus, give the perfect gift with a Menards gift card.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
When you protect what's important to you from COVID-19, you help protect everyone in Wisconsin. Learn how you can stop the spread at dhs.wisconsin.gov/COVID-19.
Hello, my name is Terry and I'm from Phillips. I used to go on vacations with my wife Gail, but I couldn't go much over 2 hours and I'd have to stop and walk because my lower back would hurt so bad. So after my final treatment at Spinal Aid, I am pain-free and can't imagine the pain and agony that I went through prior to going.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
Well, if you want a white Christmas, I think we got this with a little bit of light snow in the forecast tonight. Some more light snow in the forecast for Monday, followed by a system on Wednesday that if it snows Wednesday, it could be a pretty good snow on Wednesday just before Christmas. However, it's a bad travel day, of course, so we'll watch that next week as it gets closer. For us, though, today, though, some fog out there, even a few flurries at times, but lacking snow on the ground here in Rhinelander currently, but it's a pretty nice day temperature-wise, above average, with high temperatures back in the upper 20s to low 30s today. We'll do it again tomorrow and for Sunday and for Monday and Tuesday, followed by some really big changes getting in here next week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But the average high is still 25, record average low being 7, record low being 34 below back in 1983. And then there's sunset there at 4:15 in the afternoon. Okay, so that cold air is still set to arrive for us on Wednesday. Until then, above average temperatures in the 30s. Here it comes, though. So just before like Christmas Eve, right? I think Christmas Eve is going to be cold. Christmas Day as well. It looks to have a short shelf life, though. Once it gets here behind Christmas, it'll be gone and out of here. But that will likely bring some snow with it on Wednesday. So going forward, so temperatures next few days still above average, right? Low 30s in our future through Wednesday. And then the bottom falls out. Look at Thursday, a high of 8. Low temperatures below 0. That's Christmas Eve. And here's Christmas Day, Friday. 15 for a high, probably a gusty north wind, and maybe some snow on the ground by that point. Speaking of snow, here we go. So there's a little bit of forcing just to the west of us right now, back toward Duluth. That's a sneaky front off that direction. It's going to roll through our area tonight and likely bring us a dusting of snow. If you're really lucky, you could see a ½ inch from this, though. Most of us, though, will not even get that much. But still, a little bit of light snow back in the forecast tonight. And look at this active storm track here. System 1, and there's more behind that. So System 1, System 2, System 3, they're all lined up. The trick is, though, can we shift the storm track enough in our direction to get under some of these? And it looks like we'll begin to do that later on next week, but still, it's later on next week, still several days away. Until then, some light snow tonight, some light snow on Monday, followed by what could be a pretty good snow on Wednesday afternoon. Our forecast tonight, though, is scattered light snow showers out there. Again, maybe a dusting, basically just flurries, right? With low temperatures down near 24 for tomorrow. All right, Saturday, lots of people out and about tomorrow getting errands ran and presents bought. Cloudy skies, some dense fog throughout the day, highs near 32 with a calm wind pretty much all day. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows a quiet weekend. There's that light snow on Monday, a break on Tuesday, and then all eyes will be on Wednesday with potentially a storm in the area before we really get cold Thursday into Friday of next week. Justin?
All right, thanks, Jeff. While there may not be much snow on the ground right now, local people are still getting outside and having fun. At Pioneer Park, they've now flooded one of the fields to make it an ice skating rink. Others, as you see, are still playing pickleball, even if it is a little chilly outside.
Now we have the dome available in January, so there is some indoor play, but we haven't gone indoors yet. We're trying to stay outside as long as we can due to COVID.
The pickleball courts just opened over the summer for the first time at Pioneer Park. The holidays usually bring some holiday cheer, happiness to many families across the country. But to those students out there, college students coming home, things can get a little complicated. We'll show you some tips to stay safe after the break.
Get huge savings on your new replacement windows during Renewal by Andersen's 31-day sale. Call this number now and schedule your free window diagnosis because this fantastic offer and special financing ends soon. Call today and save. Renewal by Andersen.
Advice from trial attorneys, lawyers for the injured.
The insurance companies want to settle your case when you hire the Mater legal team. They do not want to face us in this courtroom. The Mater legal team has the knowledge and experience to beat them. Hire the Mater legal team. Get the legal advantage now.
During the Big Finish 2020 event at Brickner's Park City Jeep in Merrill, take advantage of employee pricing plus a $3,000 rebate on the all-new 2021 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Luxe 4x4 with leather and much more, priced from just $28,288. We have the Jeeps, with over 50 in stock or on the way. Jeep Renegade 4x4 is leased for only $279 a month with only $279 due at signing on a 48-month, 40,000-mile lease. Brickner's Park City, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram in Merrill, 1-800-499-JEEP or on the web at bricknersparkcity.net, plus tax and service fee.
Make your kitchen merry this holiday season when you count down the 12 days of KitchenAid at Jensen Akins of Conover. Get up to $1,700 back with the purchase of select KitchenAid appliances now through December 31st. Inspire new traditions this year and don't just make meals, but statements with KitchenAid's innovative appliances designed to unlock your potential and bring culinary inspirations to life. That's at Jensen Akins of Conover, of course.
Get huge savings on your new replacement windows during Renewal by Andersen's 31-day sale. Call this number now and schedule your free window diagnosis because this fantastic offer and special financing ends soon. Call today and save. Renewal by Andersen.
While the holidays can be a fun and exciting time, they can also be stressful, especially this year. Mandy Gaither has 6 tips to help navigate the holidays in today's Health Minute.
Whether it's juggling childcare or family coming to town, the holiday break can be fun or feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. First, maintain simple routines.
That might mean just going to sleep around the same time every day, generally waking up around the same time too. And just by doing that, it lets our kids and ourselves know what to expect, which can really create a sense of comfort and security.
Licensed therapist Jody Baumstein with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta's Strong for Life says next, practice healthy habits. Eat well, get good sleep, limit screen time, and stay active. Third, it's okay to say no.
There's only so much time in the day, and if we say yes to everything, we're just going to feel overloaded and probably burned out within a couple of days, if not hours.
Fourth, just breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. It can help you cope with stress and unwind. Fifth, get creative. Maybe start a new tradition.
Instead of thinking about all the things we can't do, we can really use it as an opportunity with our family to embrace change and think about what we can do instead.
Finally, stay connected to family and friends you can't see because of the pandemic.
Instead of just having a regular phone call, consider turning it into a FaceTime or a Zoom.
For today's Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Every living creature on Earth needs Mother Nature's water for survival. From the family pet, whether it's the dog, our fish in a fish tank, to the precious little munchkins running around, for 7 decades, Maher Water Corporation has been supplying and treating this water for the entire family with products made here in Wisconsin by Water Care. So call us today for the cleanest, safest water around.
Lake of the Torches Resort Casino. You can count on us for all the hottest slots inside. Sun-dappled water outside. Enjoyment comes naturally here with abundant home-style foods, the most exciting promotions, and the new Lake Club that rewards you for playing. At Lake of the Torches Resort Casino, expect the best of everything every time you visit. Winning's more fun at the lake.
To support a strong immune system, your body needs routine. Centrum helps your immune defenses every day with vitamin C, D, and zinc. Season after season. Ace your immune support with Centrum.
Shop local this holiday season. Shop at Bassett Jewelers, downtown Minocqua.
Get new replacement windows and big savings during Renewal by Andersen's 31-day sale. Don't waste another minute dealing with your difficult, inefficient windows. Instead, call now and schedule your free window diagnosis. See how Renewal by Anderson's full-service custom-built replacement windows can help add more comfort to your home at an affordable price. If you need to replace the windows or patio doors in your home, call this number now and save. Installation is included. Made from our exclusive, low-maintenance fibrous composite material, our windows are tested and warranted not to crack, peel, or chip for 20 years. Plus, the expert installation by our certified master installers makes sure your job is done right. And it's all backed by our industry-leading limited warranty. But you've got to hurry. Call this number now before our 31-day sale ends. Tremendous savings, special financing, and installation is included. Don't delay and miss out. Call today and schedule your free window diagnosis. Renewal by Anderson, the better way to a better
Jeff, we've mentioned this a couple times. We're now 1 week until Christmas, and there's not really much snow on the ground.
Christmas is on the map, but there is hope, and it's more than a strategy now because we have a little bit of snow in the forecast tonight and some snow back in the forecast Monday, and then maybe the big one on Wednesday. We'll see. It's still several days away. But for today, temperatures are hanging out near 30. That's not normal. We should be in the mid-20s for highs this time of year. And a little bit of light snow out there right now. This is not going to amount to much at all tonight. However, you could see a dusting of snow, which will be just enough if your tires are bald to give you problems tonight. So be careful traveling around this evening. And then here it is. Christmas is on the map. It'll be a quiet weekend. Get your errands ran. And then there we are for Monday, a little bit of light snow. Maybe an inch or two on Monday, followed by, we got to watch Wednesday of next week with temperatures in the 20s.
I'm optimistic, Jeff. We'll keep our eyes on things the next few days. All right, thank you, Jeff, and thank you for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 5. NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you back here at 6. More news and weather.